Hi, everybody. Welcome to Creative Chelsey. We're going to be opening the June 2025 paper pumpkin kit called Full of Charm this morning or this afternoon. So I'm going to just log in, make sure everything is working properly, and then we'll get started in about 5 minutes. Okay. Let me jump over to YouTube really quick and we'll see who's joining us. It's always fun to say hello to those who are here. So if you're watching live, go ahead and say hello in the comments. Let's make sure the volume is working. Okay, hi Debbie. It's so great to see you. Thanks for joining me. She says she's taking a break from gardening to watch, and she's always looks forward to the alternatives. I'm so glad. I'm excited too. This is a beautiful kit. I have seen some sneak peeks and things, and I'm excited to play around with it. So thanks for joining me, Debbie. And let's see who is on Facebook. Oh, let's see, where would the comments be? I have to go back. There we go. Let's refresh. Okay. Let's see if we're, and let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the volume is working on both of those, which is great. And we're starting to see more people jumping on. So go ahead and say hello if you're joining. It's so fun to say hi to those who are here with me. Hi, Madeline. And Debbie says, the cards in the kit are beautiful and she's tempted to make it as they are. And I agree. I'm excited to just see how the cards turn out in person and then play around with the contents. It's going to be fun. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. It's noon. And I'm sure more people will jump on as the notifications start to come through that we're here. So this month's kit is the June 2025 Full of Charm. I'm a little bit behind schedule. It is July already, but we're going to still open it up, see what's inside, and make the projects. So in every paper pumpkin kit, you're going to receive a stamp set. And this month's stamp set includes some really beautiful images. We have a branch with leaves. This one looks like some more little flowers on a branch. And then we have a leaf, a single leaf that's nice and large. Some good greetings. Thank you. Let's celebrate you. Happy birthday to a wonderful friend and miss you. So it's a great stamp set to have for really any occasion you're going to need a card for. Hi, Tandra. Hi, Catherine. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for joining me. You're also going to receive a Stampin' Spot. This month's is the Pretty Peacock. Included in the kit is all the adhesive you need to make the projects. So we've got tear and tape, some glue dots, dimensionals, and then they also have some embellishments. That's really nice. I love it when they include embellishments. This is the instruction sheet or pamphlet. It shows you in color what the 3 products or the projects look like. And you also see that we have 3 of each card. And so you're going to have a total of 9 cards if you make them as they are. And they're beautiful cards. So if you want to just go ahead and do that, you're welcome to. If you like to see alternative ideas, different ways to use the products in the kit, then come back and to my channel and see the alternatives that I do. Hopefully coming soon. With summertime, my timeline is all over the place. And so I just kind of jump into my craft room when I have the time and so we never really know when it's going to happen. Hi, Kim. Hi, Nancy. Great to see you. Hi, Peggy over on Facebook. It's great to have you watching. So we'll go through these step by step, but this, if you open it up, it shows you what you need, and then it gives you the instructions. There's also a ruler printed on the right side. On the back, it gives you a visual inventory of what is in the kit. So if you think maybe you're missing something, you can come back to this page and double check if you have everything. And then this is also the coordinating die set for the month. It's called Hugs a Bloom dies, and it's just a beautiful die set. I've used it a bunch already this quarter. And so it coordinated with the kits in the June, May, April, right? April, May, June. Yeah. Those 3 months, those kits. So we're almost to the end of the quarter for that die set. All right, so let's see what we have in our kit. So we have some labels, some different, looks like we have 4 of each. It's always nice that they provide extra pieces, especially for the things that we stamp on, just in case we run into a little issue with our stamping. We should have 9 envelopes. They're all the same pattern with this kind of orangey diamond repeating pattern. And then the beautiful card bases. This is what I'm excited about. So it looks like the card bases have some gold foiling on them. I don't know if you can see that coming through on the through the camera, but this one, you're going to have 3. It's got some watercolor flowers and leaves on the front in really beautiful bold colors. The next one has that same pattern from the envelope, that diamond shape repeating, and it also comes with 3 and in gold foiling. So all of that has that beautiful gold foil shine to it. So pretty. Our last card base is more just texture. It also has gold foil, and it's all printed with that gold foil, and there are 3 card bases for that as well. Hi, Rebecca. She says she's watching from Alaska. I'm so glad you're able to join me. Thank you. So we've got some beautiful die cuts, and they will go on the card bases. So we have this one here. It's kind of hard to see when I put my hand behind it, but the color is kind of more of a smoky gray color. And then we also have some like moody colors for the leaves. We have a single flower die cut, and then this kind of branch in some different colors. And we should have 3 of those. And then we also have this beautiful die cut with some pink floral, and it looks like it's going to go along an edge of our card base because we've got that straight edge there. And then we have some more leaf patterns that are in pretty peacock and probably a mossy meadow color is my guess there. So we have 3 of those as well. So just double check you've got all those. I'm going to put my extras out of the way. I'm also going to grab 1 label of each shape and then put the extras back in my box, and we can go ahead and get started making the original cards. So grab 1 card base if you're going to follow along with me. If you are new to Paper Pumpkin and don't have a kit and you'd like to give it a try, I will include a link in the description after the video is over that you can come back to. Click on and subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. It's a monthly crafting kit. It's about $28, something about that, somewhere around there. And it comes monthly. It always includes beautiful stamp set and the ink spot, and then you get a fun project. Most of the time they're cards. Every once in a while there'll be something else. But I like to just take the contents and make more things out of it so that you get more for your money. And to do that, you do occasionally need to have some extra products, mainly just cardstock. So that's what my channel is kind of all about, is making alternatives with the Paper Pumpkin kits. So if you're new and you'd like to learn more about that, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's begin with our first card. I have a feeling these are going to go really quickly. So our first card includes that beautiful large die cut. So this half of the pamphlet gives us kind of a list of what we need for each. Just be careful as you're pulling this away from the back piece that you do so gently. It's a very delicate die cut and you don't want to accidentally rip or tear it. So just go slow. No reason to be in a rush there. And pull close to that edge. Don't pull from the center. Okay. So we're going to do that one. We have the floral card base. We're going to need some adhesive, our embellishments. This is the clear block, this little empty looking square. In your very first Paper Pumpkin kit, you're going to receive a Paper Pumpkin clear block, and you're going to want to hold on to that for all of your future kits. Okay. We're going to stamp the leaf image as well as To a Wonderful Friend. It's really tiny, but it's right there underneath the leaf. So we'll grab those two stamps. I always just let them sit on my table so that they can come back to their original shape. These can kind of be bent into different shapes, which is kind of nice, but today we want to make them nice and straight. And then we also need this label. And that's pretty much it for this first card. So then we move up into card number 1 and we can follow the steps. So the first step is to stamp our leaves. Let me grab my bone folder. Okay, sorry about that. It was hiding at the very bottom of a big pile. So this is my bone folder. I do like to use it when making creases, and it will also be included in the list after, like, kind of the extra products that I used. After the video is over, I'll include that in the description. All right. I'm also going to grab my paper snips, and near the bottom of my Stampin' Spot, I'm going to open by creating a line. I'm going to cut it right between where the lid and the base are, and then open. And I leave the lid attached so I don't lose it. Hi, Maureen. Great to see you. Looks like we also have a couple more people jumping on. Oh, thanks. From Bling Bling Crafter, she says, great demonstration from a great lady. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to stamp these two leaves up in the top left corner, just like they have it shown in the instructions. Let me give you a close up here. So they've got the the stamp with the ink, and then it has some arrows showing you the 3 places that you're going to stamp it. Okay. So just following along with their steps. Then we're going to take the large die cut, and these little gray dots that you see on the die cut in the instructions, those are glue dots. So we're going to take these and we're going to add them to some of the larger areas on the back of the die cut. And you can use your fingers, but I also have this take a pick tool, and it has this nice sharp edge. And I'm going to just use that to pick up the glue dots and add them to the back. And really, you can place them wherever you want. You can follow along with what they have on the back, or you can just kind of do wherever you feel you have the space. So just stick a glue dot in any of those larger areas. I'm definitely going to do the center of those flowers there, and then some of the leaves. I'm also going to use my pointy end to take the paper off of these glue dots. You can use your fingernail as well. This just makes it nice and quick. I find these little papers all around my house. That's the fun part of being a crafter. Okay, and then this just goes right over the die cut. And, oh, flip it. So it looks like it should be pretty matchy-matchy. So just don't put it down until you feel like you like the way it looks on your card base. So it should match up pretty well with the flowers behind it. Okay, and the leaves. Make sure the leaves are also coming through. That's so beautiful. Next, we're going to stamp the greeting on our tag. We're doing "To a Wonderful Friend." If you want to do a little test just to make sure that it comes through nice and crisp, you definitely can do that. I'm just going to go ahead and go for it today. Oh, it turned out really well. Okay, so it looks like that. On the back, we're going to add some hexagon shape adhesive, and that's the dimensionals. It's going to make everything pop. They have 3. I'm going to probably just do 2. If you want to cut them in half, you can, and then you can put them more closely together. They just barely fit that 1/2 inch. I'm guessing that's about a 1/2 inch. Yeah, just a little less than. And then they've got it going right in this space here between the orange and the pink flower. Just make sure it goes on as straight as you can make it. And then you're going to use the little gold to embellish. And they're using 3. 1, 2, 3. It looks like they've got 1 large and 2 small. But I'm guessing you could probably mix and match how you want. Looks like they have them just around the greeting. So if you look closely, you can see that little bit of gold right near the flower and the greeting. So I'm going to just kind of copy where they placed it. So 1, 2, and 3 right there. Very beautiful, very quick and easy card to put together. Great to send to a friend. All right, so that's our first card. Let's go ahead and move to card number 2. Hi, Karen. Great to see you. Thanks for joining me. All right, so for number 2, we're going to use this large pink die cut. We're also going to need the Mossy Meadow die cut. Again, this one is very delicate, so be careful as you remove it. It looks like we're using the textured card base. And the stamp we're going to use is, let me grab a different clear block. We're going to use this larger branch that looks like it has some flowers on it. This is one of Stampin' Up's regular clear blocks. It's larger. It has these really great grooves that help you hold on to it. And so I do occasionally use those as well with my paper pumpkin kits. But these ones are really great if you're planning on taking your kits or projects somewhere. They're nice and thin, easy to travel with. Oh, and then we're also using the Miss You as our greeting. I'm just going to pop that on the back in this little opening here so that I can see it. But it's on the same clear block. I like to use both sides of my clear blocks, just so, and especially for projects like this, because then I'm not looking for more than one block. Hi, Snowy Mom. Thanks for joining me. Let's go ahead and open up our brochure to project number 2. So we're going to stamp our greeting first on the circle label in Pretty Peacock as well. Oh, that looks like it might be a little bit. I'm going to just do a little scratch paper. Let me grab some paper here. It looks like it's not going to be a nice, crisp, clear image. Do you see how it's a little bubbly? Sometimes that happens because there's a little bit of film left over. So I'm going to clean it. If I can find my... This is my Simply Chamois, and I'm just going to clean my Miss You stamp and try again. Sometimes just cleaning it is the easiest way. There's other techniques as well if you can't get a nice crisp image. This looks so much better. Yes, so you can see how that is nice and crisp and clear. We're going to go ahead and do that now on our circle. Perfect. Okay, so we're next going to stamp our little branches with some flowers. And it looks like in the end they're going to kind of peek out from behind this pink. So we have one that's kind of up here and one that's about here. And I put my pink on just so I can kind of visually see where I should be stamping. So up here is my first one, kind of top middle. And we want it to just barely peek out. Okay. So top middle, maybe something like that. Put that over. Oh, I can see the branch coming through. So that would mean we're going to need to adjust just slightly so that we have we can cover that up with something. But the rest of this looks good. Let's do this one right here next. So that one's off to the right just a little bit further. Okay. There we go. Maybe I can hide that with this branch here. Oh, that will look, that's going to be perfect. I can definitely do that. And then we can bring the greeting. Well, I don't know. We might have to come up with some way to hide that. There we go. So there's my stamped card base. Hi, Jean. It's great to see you. She says, I've been looking forward to the unboxing. Thanks for your patience and understanding as it comes to summertime, and just there's like no schedule during summertime, right? Well, let's go ahead and add our flowers. I'm going to use the tear and tape, which is what they suggest. So just put a strip down the long edge here, and then a couple other pieces in this open area, just like that. I love tear and tape for some quick and easy adhesive application. Go ahead and put this in the corner. I'm going to start at the bottom and then work my way up to the top. Press that down. And then let's add, this next step has the leaves, and we're going to add those with the glue dots. So again, pull in your take a pick tool if you have one, and you're just going to place them in a couple of the open spaces where the leaves are. And then pop off the paper back. All right, we're just going to continue to follow along. I'm going to just move my branch so that it covers up that one. Okay. There we go. So you just hide little mistakes underneath other things. And then we're going to add Miss You, and we're going to put dimensionals. We skipped this step here on the first step. So just dimensionals, they have 4. That seems like an excessive number for me. So I'm just going to put 1. And that is going to go, I'm going to put it right here in this opening to the right of the leaves so that I don't cover up too many of those leaves there. And I do have a little branch peeking out right there. So let's see, what could we do? I bet I could probably just, I bet it's probably fine. What do you guys think? Do you feel like you're seeing that? We could trim this one off. Let's do that. I'm going to just trim this little section of branches off like that. Put a sticky on the back, glue dot, and then just tuck that right under there. There we go. Just like that. No one's the wiser. And then, of course, adding some gems. Let's stick a large one right where that turn is, just to kind of hide the fact that it's missing something. And then we'll put another one maybe here, and another small one here. So really wherever you want to put them. They kind of did opposite of what I did, but that doesn't really matter. And card number 2 is done. Really beautiful, beautiful card. Oh, Whitney says, I didn't notice the mistake until you mentioned it. And Peggy says, good solution. Thanks, Peggy. I always feel like mistakes are actually just creative moments, right, in the making. All right, so for our last one, we've got our diagonal card base. Pretty much just all our leftover pieces. Let's see, that looks like the back. Here's the front. It's a little more symmetrical. Let's grab our extra die cuts. So we have the pretty peacock leaf or branch die cut. And then that one's done. If you want, you can hold on to these. There's some really good open space that you can use for stamping if you want to add any extra little images. We're also going to use the flower and this kind of colorful branch. Again, big open spots for stamping. So you can throw them away if you want or save them. We're also going to need the diamond label. And we're stamping this time with the branch. The other branch option is just the one with the leaves. And then the Let's Celebrate You. So there's that and this. So we use a lot of the stamps that came in the kit on these projects. So pick one up, pick up the other one, just like that. And we can begin. So here's number 3. We're going to start by stamping our greeting on the diamond. And I'm going to bring in my scratch paper just in case again. Snowy Mom says, that was quick. I agree. These are very fast projects, which is really nice, especially in the summertime when we really want to just be out enjoying the weather. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't feel like I need to clean that one. This does go on with the diamond up and down. So just keep that in mind when you stamp it, that you do want to have it be straight up and down when you're stamping. Oh, we also need to stamp on our card base. So here on the right side, it looks like we're going to stamp. Here, I'm not sure if you can see. We're going to stamp on the top and the bottom in those right corners. Okay. Then we are going to add our adhesive. The large die cut is going to get some tear and tape again. And the small die cut is going to get the glue dots. Now it looks like the large die cut goes on first. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that down. It looks like it kind of goes near where it intersects. So that's what I'm going to do, just like that. Then we've got the glue dots on the back of my Pretty in Peacock piece. A couple spots. And this looks like it kind of comes down like that. Then we add our greeting with a dimensional. Right in this opening. I'm going to kind of put that on top. I like the way that looks. So that leaf is on top. And then we also place a dimensional on the bottom half of the flower. So not right in the center, so that it can also kind of layer on top of that greeting right there. Beautiful. And then our embellishments. And I think that's it. Quick, fast, beautiful. Oh, you know what? This fits inside that diamond shape. I just noticed that. You can kind of see how the edge sits along the edge of that pattern. That's really clever. put a couple gold embellishments. And you're done. I think this one might be my favorite. I really like the diamond shape. It's a shape I don't usually play around with much, and so I think that's really unique and beautiful. And it's a little more simple. If you follow my channel, you know that I have a little bit more of a simple design, but I'm going to show you. So I did have to open my kit because I am part of a group of other demonstrators that design from the Paper Pumpkin kits, and we share that file out with all my subscribers. So if you're interested in seeing even more alternatives, then subscribe to Paper Pumpkin with me as your demonstrator, and you'll get the file showing more alternatives. But this is the one that I made for that group. So I have already made one alternative. I will be making more. This one is fun. As I was saying, I like really simple cards, but this one you can see has lots of beautiful layers to it. So it's a gorgeous card. We used the envelope to kind of cut it and create a fun pattern in the background. So you can see that kind of timid tiger orange instead of it being gold. So kind of fun. So look for this alternative coming up soon, probably not tomorrow because I don't have the time to video it and get it all ready to go. But I did add these because I didn't realize that it had the gold embellishments, but you can see I added the little butterflies to it. But you could also, of course, do those gold embellishments. Anyway, just kind of a sneak peek as what could be coming up in the next week or two. So keep an eye on my channel. Peggy says, it's a beautiful kit. I agree. Same with Snowy Mom. And Debbie also says it's a beautiful card. So thanks for joining me. Again, if you have any questions about Paper Pumpkin, you're welcome to leave a comment. Check back and I'll be adding a description that includes the subscription link to Paper Pumpkin as well as a link to all the products that I used just to make crafting a little bit easier for me. And if you're interested, you're welcome to purchase them through my online store. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day and we'll see you again soon. Bye.